Today's lesson I'm hoping will be transformative for you. It's going to be about fingerstyle and finger pattern picking as a part of fingerstyle. I'll give you kind of a demo overview as to what we're going to be doing today, and I'm going to only be using 3 fingers for this little quick demo. And I'm just going to go up the neck and back down, and I'm going to use a 6-string pattern, and then I'm going to use a 4-string pattern just to show you where we're headed. So that was using a 6 and a 4-string pattern. Now we have 3 kind of different chords, basically. You have your 6-string chords, which would be represented by a G or a G. Then you've got the 5-string chord, and that would be an A or a C. And then you have a D, which would be a 4-string chord, example. Back to 5, and then a 6. Now, I said before that we're going to use 3 fingers for what we're doing today, and we're going to use 1 pattern. So this is work for almost every song that's in 4. Today's song happens to be "Love Me Tender" by the great Elvis Presley, and as an example, because it's simple, it uses simple chords, and it has just a kind of structure that I wanted to show you on. So let's take a look first. Grab your guitar and let's make an E chord, open the E, and we're going to hit with our thumb first. So I'm going to say thumb first and second. So our thumb, 6th string, and this is going to be all the time. And our second finger is on the 2nd string. Back with our thumb again to the 4th string, and then our 1st finger to the 3rd string. So we're skipping over the 5th string with our thumb. Just work on that for a while. Spend some time with it. That second part, we'll get to it, but that covers all of your, if you're playing a full F, a full G, and bar form, A, C. I told you it was a C. So we next we have a 5-string chord, and let's just make a standard old C. Now, instead of playing, the only difference here is we're not going to go to the 6th string. We only play the 5th string. Everything else is the same. So with our thumb, it's going to be our 5th string. And on our 2nd finger, the 2nd string, back to our thumb on the 4th string. And our 1st finger is on the 3rd string. Before we move to the 4th string, I want you to go from your G, 3, 4, to your C. Of course, they're not going to go that fast. It's good to work with a metronome. And I did say that we're in 4. What we're learning today is, 4, and I'm not going to show you anything except the most basic stuff on this, because you're just starting out. It's like you're going to learn from the way I did. So you're in 4 and it counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So work on that with a C and a G and a C. Now let's look at the 4-string chord. Let's just play a straight old D. Now what's the difference? Well, we're going to have to move everything down from our C. We played our 5th string, 2nd, 4th, and 3rd. But this time we're going to play our 4th, 1st, 3rd, 2nd with our same fingers. Our thumb, 2nd, thumb, 1st. Fast as you want to go. Now let's go from a G to a C to a D, back to a C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 to a G. Just work on that until you can get it smooth. Of course, mix it up, you know. 3 and put an A. Back to an E. So work on that. Get that down nice and smooth. And hey, you just learned how to play about 100 million songs. And the cool thing about this, the way I typically will use this is I'll switch from strumming, play it strumming one way, then I'll turn around and I'll pick it. So I might be strumming something like, to picking it. It doubles your basically your repertoire of what you can, the way you can make things sound. Of course, there's a lot of things I'm not telling you here. This is this is just the easiest way to play it, and you can go a long way. This is my go-to pattern when I'm out performing somewhere. You know, I'll use this all the time. Now, let's look at "Love Me Tender" by Elvis. Let's look at the chord structure first. You've got, we're not gonna play any variations of chords or complementary chords. We're just gonna play G, love me tender, A7, love me sweet, D7, never let me go. Sorry, I know you're not paying for the singing here. I can play a lot better than I can sing. So we've got the A7 again, G, A7, D, and G. And you've got, you know, that's half the song right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna work on that pattern a lot. G, I sure hope that you take a few moments to subscribe to my channel. It's a lot of work that I put into this. I'm a master certified guitar instructor by Guitar Center and have a lot of experience. I played in international competitions and would love to show you fingerstyle. I don't want you to sound like everybody else, so jump on board. Now's the time to do it right now. Now, that was the verse, and we're going to go next to the chorus. We got a G. Now, got to slow down for one moment. We're going to go to the chorus, which is a G, B7 in one measure. So you're going to get 2, 3, 4. Let's practice that. 2. Now, so we're going to go 1 and 2 and. And that's the way I learn everything, is just one measure at a time. When you run into something that you're having trouble with, stop and do it until it's easy, you know. It's going to be easy. If you play it enough, it's going to be secondhand. So, have secondhand nature. So then we go from a G to a B7 to an E minor to a G7 to C. Now here's a little bit of a tricky for you new guys. You can just play C. You don't have to do this, but C to C minor to a G, or 1 to an E7, A7 to a D7 to a G. So let's work on that chorus just a little bit. And this is going to be difficult because you're going to need to slow this down, because you've got 2, and a lot of these measures have 2 chords in each one, but luckily they're on the beat. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. And then we're going to go to an E minor to a G7. As they say, Jim, you just lied to us. Well, from the 6-string chord, I've switched my second to my first finger up a string, because I wanted to catch that. You know, that's an important note for a G7, but you don't have to do it. Just play a G if it's, you know, throwing you off a little bit. So let's look at the chorus. G, B7, E minor, G7, C, C minor, G. That was a full measure on the G, and another half measure of G, and an E7, the second half of the A7, whole measure, D7, whole measure, and then a G. And then you've got a rest 3 times, and you go to an outro as a D7 and just a G. So there you have it. You've got your first fingerstyle song. Congratulations. It's actually pattern picking, but this is really important to learn this little technique, because now you have doubled your guitar knowledge and the way that your songs can sound. You're going to be so much more interesting. And hey, there's a whole lot you can do with this. Have a lot of fun with it. So that's today's lesson, and I'm going to have a practice track for you. Play along with me. I'm going to play it nice and slow. You can speed it up or slow it down on YouTube as you see fit. So I've enjoyed the lesson, and I hope to see you again soon.